Yo guys, what's going on? Ace is here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the most recent Escape from Tarkov in-raid event. Now, I don't think we've ever had an in-raid event before where you had to be in-raid at a very specific time. Now, I could be wrong on that, but I don't think we have, at least in the last 2 years I've been playing the game. So that's what we're going to talk about here today. Do me a favor, make sure you leave a like on the video here today, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Escape from Tarkov content. Tips, tricks, money guides, gameplays, we got it all here, so if that sounds interesting, stick around. So, I do want to say, as you can see by the background, we are not experiencing any Tarkov event gameplay. This was during the whole Halloween event, but not the in-raid event. Unfortunately, I didn't think it was great enough to the point where I didn't even title it anything different in all my recordings, so when I cleared out my recordings for that day, I delete my recordings every single day to keep the space on the hard drive clean for more recordings the next day. I unfortunately deleted the gameplay, so there's not going to be any of it in the background. I do apologize, but I'm going to run you through everything that did happen. So, when you got in raid, if you did get in raid, there was a lot of server problems, but when you got in raid, basically, right at the time, they said you had to wait a little bit. It was about 5-10 minutes, and then something started to happen where if you were in a nighttime raid, the sky lit up, and I actually thought we were getting, like, fucking nuked. It was actually the best part of the event, the sky changing. I'm not even lying to you. So, basically what happened is if you were in a nighttime raid, you went from night to day to night, and if you were in a daytime raid, you went from day to night, and then the map permanently remained nighttime, and it did for the next couple hours, permanently nighttime raids, and what happened was every scav that spawned in after the event started, you were marked and cursed, and they all had the jack-o'-lanterns, the pumpkin heads that glow, the level 2 armor class helmets that are just the pumpkins. Every single scav had one of those, and you were marked and cursed. Also, if you're on a map near cultists or around where cultists can spawn, whether that is just in general or for the Halloween event, those cultists would also, you'd also be marked and cursed for those cultists. So that is basically the event. In short, that is the event. It was basically nighttime only with thunderstorms and having marked and cursed scavs run at you with those pumpkin heads. Now, don't get me wrong. At first, seeing those pumpkin heads just charge at you from a bush is a little scary, and it did kind of get a little spooky at some points in the one raid that I was in. However, I didn't think it was anything great to the point where, you know, this is like the best event I've ever played of all time. All right, so I'm going to make a really bad comparison here, but I think it's necessary for some of the younger player base in Escape from Tarkov. So Fortnite has in-game events. They have those concerts and shit. I know they had like a Travis Scott concert. They definitely had like an Ariana Grande concert, but I don't know about the other one. I think there was at least one more concert that happened in Fortnite, and the in-game events over there are very, very cool. However, Fortnite is a very simple game, to put it very simply. Tarkov is extremely in-depth, and there's no way they could ever pull something like that off. Now, I do want to say it's possible that they really do expand on the in-raid events like we saw, because they do have control of the in-game world at all times. We saw the time zones and the time change completely in raid while we were playing. So therefore, they do have some control of the game while we are in raid on all of the servers. And I think that is definitely worth pointing out and worth mentioning for the future, for future events. Now, whether they can really expand on that, I don't know. But I really hope players didn't get their hopes up if they were comparing it to something like Fortnite. If they compared it to Fortnite, they probably thought this event was the worst thing they ever played. Me, I think it wasn't a great event, but I think it shows a lot of potential for the future. And that's something I'm a lot more excited about. All the information, all the feedback they got from this event, I think is much more valuable than the event itself, or even the enjoyment factor of it. I think all the information and the feedback and just them doing it for the first time is 10 times more important than any of that. So I'm a lot more excited for the future events that come from this. I think the fact that they know they can successfully manipulate the in-game worlds while we are in raid is very valuable information. Obviously, there was some server problems, but it did get sorted out, and I think a lot of players did get in raid to experience the event. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that the next in-raid event is going to be a lot better. I think they're going to continuously expand and progress and get way better at the job they are doing with every new feature that they do test. I think it's a step in the right direction for sure. Now, I do think there should have been some sort of reward for participating in the event. Now, it would be something very, very simple, either like a clothing item or even an armband. But let's stick with the armband because they've done that before with the Twitch rivals and stuff. However, I think an orange and black armband that says Halloween 2021 or that has a jack-o'-lantern on it or something like that would have been a fantastic reward to give to every single player that was in raid. Now, whether that is just delivered by fence, similar to, if you extract with a scav, I'm sure if you had an extraction take place within a certain time of a raid, in that time frame being within an hour of the event, that you would get a delivery from Fence giving you an orange and black armband that says Halloween 2021. Obviously, the armband would be worth pretty much nothing. You can't sell it on the flea market. It would just be something that your PMC wears for either the rest of the wipe or permanently. They could start to implement that where you get permanent armbands for participation in events. I think that is something that needs to be done and at least considered. There is literally no financial gain for a player to get an armband. It is only cosmetic and to only show that they participated in the event. And I think it's a great way to reward a player and incentivize future events. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys thought about the event, the in-raid event, not the Halloween event in general, specifically just the in-raid event. But that's where we're going to leave it off today. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on and subscribe for new sponsors and equipment in the description below. That's all I got. Thank you for stopping by. I'm out.